Hello from Charles de Gaulle Airport in Paris, where you join me on the business class experience Iberia offers via Madrid to JFK, New York. The way I booked this flight was unusual and very lucky. Through a newsletter subscription, I was made aware of an aerofare on One World Airlines from Paris to New York. I immediately jumped on it, and we only paid €740 per person for this return trip in business class. Stick around to the end of the video where I'll show you a way to book Iberia Business Class for even less. After spending a beautiful day in Paris, we left the lovely Courtyard by Marriott at Charles de Gaulle and took the airport train to its smallest terminal, Terminal 3. Our first leg was served by Iberia Express, and there was a separate queue for business class check-in. The check-in process was smooth, and so was the security, which didn't have a fast-track lane. This terminal is bus boarding only, and there is no lounge available, so no need to get here early. The airside area was airy with many seats available, all sporting USB-A and C ports. We got a great look at the Airbus A320, passed the iconic Concorde during taxi, and took off in no time. The layout is a typical intra-European 3-3 configuration with the middle seat blocked in business class. The seats were equipped with international power and USB-A outlets, and Iberia Express even offered entertainment via streaming. Being a Spanish airline, it's no surprise cava was served on this flight. The delicious dough and co meal perfectly rounded off this pleasant intra-European hop between France and Spain, and we arrived ahead of schedule at Madrid Airport Terminal 4. We had to use the airport train to transfer to the satellite terminal 4S. The entrance to the Iberia flagship lounge is located in the middle of the duty-free area. The lounge is large, bright, and offers a plethora of seating options. It offers lockers for your luggage, a kids area, shower facilities, and lots of apron views. Of course, there is a large buffet area with cold and warm dishes. And finally, there is a manned and self-serve bar. Just a heads up for all champagne heads, all they serve here is cava. On our way to the gate, there was a separate document check line for premium passengers and status holders, and we were quickly on our way to board my very first flight on an Airbus A350. Welcome to seat 4 Alpha, a true window seat, as the configuration is a staggered 1-to-1. This is not Iberia's newest seat, and the chosen color palette is very uninspired, but I enjoyed the seat a lot. I sat down and the pre-departure cava came very soon, which made me a happy camper. Let's check out what was waiting at my seat before we start the tour. First off, the comfy pillow and blanket, followed by the mattress pad that Iberia also advertises as a neck or knee cushion in its rolled up form. The menu was delivered while I was filming, more on that in a second. In the storage area around my right shoulder were the quite cheap looking noise cancelling headphones. I didn't even bother with these and simply used my AirPods Max in conjunction with AirFly Pro. The final piece was this Amenity kit, which is surprisingly well stocked. I'm giving away a brand new Amenity kit at the end of the video, so stick around. Let's start the seat tour with a look at the ceiling that has no individual air vents. The decently sized, shiny IFE screen has a lot of glare with open windows, but offers good viewing quality with the shades lowered. The foot cubby is open on one side, making a bit more space on this even numbered window seat. Below the footrest, the storage area is quite generous and fit my backpack with ease. The console to my right housed the IFE remote above the armrest, which can display the flight map while watching a movie on the big screen, and also the seat control panel. Further back, there are two shelves of open storage, the headphone jack with my AirFly Pro connected, two USB-A ports, an international power socket, and finally a reading lamp. Underneath the tray table is a magazine rack that left enough space for my iPad Pro with Magic Keyboard. The table folds down like this and can't be pulled towards you. Instead, the seat can be moved closer. It can, however, be turned away from you, leaving enough space to squeeze out of the seat while the table is deployed. The right armrest can be lowered for added comfort in bed mode, a feature that is also available on the skinny left armrest. And finally, the headrest can be adjusted in height and the side cushions can be positioned to cradle your head if you so desire. Time to leave sunny Spain behind and head to New York City. Post-departure service started with a hot towel and was quickly followed with a drink of my choosing and a selection of cheese, olives, nuts, and bread crackers. Here is a quick look at the menu. Please pause if you'd like to read it in detail. The table was set and the Don Co catered appetizer of salmon and avocado was served. This was followed by the beef cheeks, which were really delicious. Topped off by a lemon sorbet and some coffee. A very pleasing meal. After service was finished, I headed to the lavatory in the front of the plane. There is a large mirror vis-à-vis the sink. The mirror above the sink has integrated lights and a magnification portion. There is space for amenities in the shelves, but none were offered. Some decent counter space is found next to the sink, and my favorite part is the fold-out seating pad, great for changing clothes. On my way back, I noticed this self-serve snack bar. When returning to my seat, I wanted to relax and try out the flat bed. The seat is quite wide. The armrest by the window lowers automatically, and with the other armrest lowered manually, there is quite a lot of space for your shoulders, and this even-numbered seat offers the most privacy of all. Add in the mattress pad and you have a very comfortable business class flat bed. Also, the foot cubby was spacious enough to not feel constrained. I was really impressed with the comfort and dozed off for an hour. After my nap, it was time to check out the entertainment system. The touchscreen is very responsive, and as I mentioned earlier, if the cabin is dark, the picture quality is good as well. I was impressed with the selection of movies and TV shows. There is an HBO Max portion, and the TV shows come in full seasons, not random episodes. Well done, Iberia. Wi-Fi was also available with free messaging for business class passengers and Iberia Plus members. Full Wi-Fi for the whole flight would have been a competitive €13.49. I didn't try it, but the free messaging option worked well. Before landing, I selected the gnocchi dish before we started our descent towards New York City. If you want to win the Iberia Amenity Kit, all you need to do is like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a comment by February 11th, 2024. Further details in the description. If you want to try Iberia Business Class for yourself, then one of the cheapest ways is to book a flight between Madrid and New York, Boston, Washington DC, Chicago, San Juan, or Doha. These flights only cost 34,000 avios one way at off-peak dates, and it's super easy to earn the needed avios. First off, avios on British Airways, Aer Lingus, and Qatar Airways accounts can be transferred for free to an Iberia account. Why is this important? Because at least one of these airline programs is a transfer partner of American Express in Austria and Germany, but also of Citibank, American Express, Capital One, and Chase in the United States. I can refer you to many of these credit cards. Simply follow the link in the description or contact me on Instagram at @PointsTravelTech_Austria. And if you want me to make an in-depth video on this, then let me know in the comments. While we watch this beautiful descent, here are a few thoughts on the flight. I was positively surprised by this experience. Iberia often gets a bad rep online and I can't understand it from my 2 flights with them. The seat is not groundbreaking, but super solid. The newer versions that are currently flying in 6 aircraft are very similar but have closing doors for extra privacy. The catering was delicious and the crew was friendly enough. I'm sure if you speak Spanish, they'll open up a bit more. Considering the price I paid, this experience was absolutely amazing. And if you can make use of the sweet spot I mentioned, I'm sure you'll enjoy the flight as well. I wouldn't hesitate to book Iberia again. I'll leave you with this picture of the Lufthansa A380 taxiing out of JFK, and thank you so much for watching. If you're curious how Lufthansa Business Class compares to Iberia, then check out this video. Until then, happy travels and see you soon.